Hey guys, welcome back to Against the Grain podcast. I'm Emily. If you don't recognize me, it's because I'm usually behind the camera. Today, I'm joined by Georgia Allmeyer and Jaelle Duggan, and we're going to be talking about homeschool and how we find community with it. Just for a little bit of an intro, my name is Emily Stanbaugh. I'm 16. I go to Liberty University Online Academy. I'm a sophomore, and I've been doing it for 2 years.
All right, I'm Georgia Allmeyer, as Emily so nicely pointed out. I am 16, I'm a junior, and I do Veritas Press Scholars Academy online. Hunky name, I know.
I'm jaelle Duggan, and I'm 17. I'm a junior, and I do Cairn University online, and I also do Glasgow Christian Academy as my co-op.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you guys, we can all just say it. Why did you pick to do homeschool rather than continuing at public or private school?
Okay, so for me, it kind of started when I was going from middle school into high school because I ended up skipping 8th grade because I wanted to be with my sister. So I ended up going with her to public school. I found out that wasn't like the best fit for me for some reason. So then I got recommended Veritas and I ended up going there. It really like aligned with my values, so it's working great.
Yeah, and I started homeschooling 2 years ago after my first year of high school. I felt like I didn't really have a ton of time to focus on what I wanted to do, the things I was passionate about. And so after ninth grade, I decided to do Career University online. I could get a head start with college classes, and I could also work and save money. And yeah,
EP. What about you, Emily?
Yeah, for me, we all went to Innovate, and so Innovate didn't have a high school at the time. So when I was in 8th grade graduating, I was like, what am I supposed to do now? And so I looked into homeschooling, doing online school, because I did that for about a year and a half during COVID, because I was in 4th grade when COVID hit, which feels like a distant memory.
Craziness.
yes.
um, but I picked mine because I wanted to be able to have flexibility and work while doing high school, and I also like that my program, I don't have to be on a Zoom all day. I don't have to be confined to one space. I can do my work from anywhere. So it gives me the flexibility to work during the day and do work, pick my classes, and yeah.
Yes.
What positive or negative experiences have you had with public and private school?
Okay, one like positive thing I've had with public school was I was able to like see a bunch of like other worldviews and really like talk to other people like outside the Christian faith because I'd gone to Catholic then Christian private schools like my entire life and I was kind of like in a very small bubble of community that my parents lovingly put me in. So it was really like eye opening to like go out and see like just how much the world needs Jesus. So that really like changed my perspective more, and now it's easier to bring that into like other conversations. I could be more like open minded. Right,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, and I'm really grateful that I went to a private school, traditional 5 day a week throughout elementary school because, when you're young, you're still developing those social abilities and being in an environment around others, learning together, and all of the extracurriculars that I got to do, music programs and sports and fairs and pep rallies and things like that. And I'm glad I got to do that when I was younger.
Yeah, I mean, we all go to youth group and we all became so close through being at Innovate and then now doing homeschool, we all get together one day a week and we do our work on two it used to be Wednesdays, but now it's Tuesdays, so we can go to Tuesday morning prayer. We all come to the church and we do our work at the table. So that's kind of a plus with homeschool is that we can still keep our friendship. That's one way we can all find community through it. So I was wondering what other ways you guys can find community through
Mm-hmm.
homeschooling.
Yeah. So one good thing about homeschooling that like I don't know like if you guys are utilizing that, but I get like all of the pluses that my public school offers. I can go to Young Life, I can go to the sports and stuff. I was on the sailing team for a while, but like it's too cold to sail right now, so I'm not doing that, guys. And I get like sometimes I sneak into my sister's like warrior ball because she goes to Henderson, and I just chill out because what else can I do? So yeah.
Yeah, and I find community through I do sports, I do figure skating, and I was as you
Figure
said,
skating?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't know that.
It's a new development,
I
guys.
did. I
She's
started
really
figure
fancy.
skating this year.
Wow.
And I also have the ability, like you said, we come here during the week, and so I intern at the table, and we have a great community at the table. It's
Yeah.
really strong. And I do a homeschool co-op, which is a 1 day a week um time to gather, and that's where I do my high school classes. And so I still have all of the benefits and the additional extracurriculars and dances and programs that we have there. I'm on the worship team at my school, and so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned interning at the table. All three of us actually do that. We're all super involved. Um, like, do you think serving at the church is like a really good way to find community? Because I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely encourage everyone who wants a Christian stable community to come like once a week and to serve in any area that they're interested in, and they can develop the kind of skills and talents that they like, because there's a lot of different ministries for different people.
Yeah, homeschooling definitely like allows room for you to have like a more hands-on education. Like you have room to go do internships and like learn different skills that they wouldn't exactly teach in like a modern public school setting or anything. And then like you said, we all go to church, and this church really does allow us to like do anything we really dream of, you
Yeah.
know? Like we're on a podcast run by our church, guys. Like
Crazy.
that's so fancy.
Mhm.
All right.
I definitely is really flexible to choose the people and the things that you want to do. And we all also work and have jobs. I work
Nor employed.
at a preschool.
I work at Chick-fil-A,
I
guys.
work at Clean Juice and a nanny.
Yeah. And so it's good to save money and find community through that too.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not against public school or private school. I never had negative experiences at public school. I mean, I only went for elementary school and about a month of sixth grade. Um, and I did really enjoy going to Innovate for middle school. I think that it was like a really good place for me at that point in my life.
Yeah.
And like, I liked my classes. Whoa. I liked my classes. I liked the group of kids that I was with. I liked how small my class was. I think there was only 5 of us in my 8th grade class. How many of us was there in 6th grade?
It was like 12, and they kept combining like 7th and 6th
Yeah, so
for
it
some
was like
reason.
16.
Yeah,
Crazy.
super small class. But now it feels like I'm in a class of 1, so that's definitely a little hard sometimes. I don't really connect with my teachers. I am able to, like I can email them, text them, call them. Well, text them is weird. There's like a teacher hotline. I don't really use it, but I do things like outside of homeschooling. I've been doing cheerleading for 10 years, and homeschooling's definitely giving me flexibility to be like working harder in that. We travel a lot, so that makes it a lot easier. I don't have to like stress about getting all my work done because I can do it ahead. I've already finished a couple of my classes for the year, and it's March
Mhm.
1st.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do y'all think God has like shown up for each of you in like this homeschooling journey?
What do you
I
think?
definitely think that so my programs specifically are built around biblical worldview and a Christian education. And so I've definitely learned and grown closer in my relationship with God in that way. I also feel like I have a lot more time and availability to spend time with God, and to take a walk at the park and to get more into my word, and do things that like doing Bible study and reading books with you guys. And so when I was going to traditional school, it was like all my time was more crammed, and so I didn't have as much like I said, availability to spend time with God intimately.
Yeah. For me, I definitely say that in that like period of time where I did go to public school, I felt like really isolated, surprisingly. Like even though like you're surrounded by like all of these people, like everybody already had their own cliques or like was constantly on their phone. So like any like time I tried to connect with someone else, I just like couldn't really. So I feel like God really showed up for me then, and then that's what pushed me to go and do Veritas. And it's really interesting now because all of my classes we pray before like we start learning, which is really nice. And then in my apologetics class recently, we like just spent an entire time talking about our like religious experiences and how we can use those to like further other people in their walk with Christ. So I feel like it's just been really, eye opening to see the difference between over here and over there and how like God used both of them.
Yeah. That was something I liked about middle school when I did go to Innovate was how Christ-centered it was. And I really wanted that when I was picking my homeschool program for high school. There was like a few schools I was between, but I just settled on Liberty because I have like Bible-centered classes, like all of my classes, there's like a Bible verse that's like aligned with like the lesson, even in math. Like who would have thought that you could like combine math and the Bible? But at the beginning of all of our lessons, it has just like a Bible verse to help you like with like focusing and like not being stressed out about it. And one of the great things I do like about Liberty is that I'm gonna start dual enrollment in the fall, and so I'll graduate high school with an associate's degree in criminology. Well, if I stick with criminology, but just so that way
Fancy.
one day I think that'll set me up better for college too.
Yeah,
Yippee.
and that's also what I do through Caring University, their dual enrollment program. And so I'm taking all the classes that I need to get my associates in psychology is the track that I'm on.
Fancy. Yeah, I do dual enrollment too, but they don't want to give me an associate's degree. So like I'll
How
just
does that
chill for.
work?
I just like get like credit for like the like little classes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like your freshman year classes.
I'm fancy.
I do like what you said about traveling. Yeah, I love to travel. My family travels. All of us travel a lot.
Oh, Georgia
And
travels
so
more than us.
I'm
mhm,
so fancy.
homeschooling definitely allows you to have the ability to travel, like we said, more hands-on experience.
Yeah.
So,
Are there like any cons to homeschooling that you guys want to point out?
I mean, you could say that you don't have interaction with people every day, but I have interaction with people every day.
mhm.
So that doesn't apply to me. But maybe like stereotypical homeschooling, like when you're like just like at your home all day and you don't have other community. But that's
Yeah.
something good that we do is like we make sure that we're going out and finding community.
Yeah, it is important to go and find community and do activities when you are homeschooled, because staying at home all day is
I would
not.
go crazy.
Yeah, I would go crazy
Like
too.
I can't.
But I also think, sometimes you can get distracted by other things or not focus on school as much.
Yeah.
And then it's like you don't have as much accountability. I think that could be a con of homeschooling. Like you are your own accountable person. All my professors are online, and then I only see my other teachers once a week. And so,
That does set you up good for college though when you are in charge of yourself.
yeah.
Making sure you're getting your stuff in on time.
I feel like I've learned a lot how to be more self-aware and learn more about myself and self-discipline. It grows through homeschooling in that way.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like for me, the only con like I've seen is unlike you two, I actually have to like be on a Zoom every day. And like typically I only have like 3 classes a day, which is like great rather than like the I don't know, 7 or some that like typical schools have. But I'm staring at a screen for like hours at a time and that like hurts my head sometimes. And then also it's really easy to skip class and my parents don't appreciate when I do that, but what can I say?
All right. Anything else we have?
No, I think we had a grand old time talking,
Great.
guys.
Yeah.
Yippee!
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Come out to youth group on Wednesdays at 6:30 and come to church on Sundays. And we'll see you there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.